Hello Channel viewers, I am DS, your psychologist, and welcome to another episode on Channel NITT. In this episode, I am going to show the viewers a luxury watch that I bought recently at the entry level, and I will also explain the thought processes that I have actually engaged before eventually buying this watch as an ENTJ. For viewers who are new to this channel, the ENTJ is one of the rarest MBTI types, and when we make decisions, we tend to think very differently from the rest of the population. So how did I come about buying this watch? So about a month ago, I had the intention of buying a watch. This is partly because the stock market is doing very badly, so I have decided to pull a lot of my investments out. And since I have put out in time before the market crashed further, I thought that maybe I would have saved enough money or rescued enough money to buy a watch. Well, a watch may not have been a real good investment, but you get to wear it, right? So in a way, it has utility. So initially when I wanted to buy a watch, I was only thinking of getting a watch at the entry level. The budget that I have is between 10k to 15k. So to start off with, I have no model that I'm actually targeting, but I know that I would want to buy a watch from either Rolex or Cartier. So when I did my research, I was very impressed by the Cartier Santos, and it was so elegant and beautiful that I really thought that it is the watch for me. So on the day of watch shopping, we visited 3 different watch brands: Rolex, Panerai, and Cartier. Unfortunately, Rolex doesn't have a watch at the moment, so we can only wait until next year if I had wanted to get a Rolex. My sister, who was actually accompanying me to do watch shopping, was advising me not to buy those entry-level watches that I wanted to buy or I am interested in for Rolex. She said that those watches have no value or no resale value. As an ENTJ, I really think otherwise. I was thinking, who knows, a Ferrari driver could actually suddenly feature that watch in one of his moves like accidental, and everybody would be saying that watch is one to follow or one to buy now. Naturally, she laughed it off, but as an ENTJ, I do not know whether other ENTJs are like this. I really feel that a lot of times when I use my NI, I am really a lucky star. So there was an Oyster Perpetual that I have set my eyes on, but unfortunately it was unavailable, so I decided to drop Rolex at the moment. At Cartier, I tried the Santos. The Santos is really a very elegant, stunning watch on its own. It's very pretty and outstanding. It's also loud in its own way. However, it doesn't feel to me that I would do well with this watch, because I think it is very easily scratched both on the strap and on the bezel. So I think it would be quite troublesome for me to have that watch. And when I went home to watch more videos on the Santos, I have decided that yes, I will not get a Santos, even though I really think it is a beautiful watch. If I will ever get a Santos, it is basically for keepsake. I will be so scared or so anxious wearing it and trying not to scratch it. So which watch did I eventually buy? I bought a Panerai. So I'm wearing the watch now. I'm going to show you the watch which I have bought. So this is the Panerai that I bought. It's a submersible. I think the outstanding portion of this watch is the white face coupled with the 2 mismatched straps that I have chosen. So particularly, I have chosen red and blue. So a lot of people may be very confused over my choice. They might not agree with how a luxury watch may be worn. However, I feel that if you have paid the amount of money for a watch, it should wear your personality, or it should bear your personality. So in very simple terms, in terms of fashion, the ENTJ is interested or attracted to things that have personality, screams out something, screams out a statement, is sophisticated yet subtly loud. So the Cartier Santos does this as well, but this Panerai does much more. It is really one of a kind, and when people look at me, they know that I am one of a kind too. So to me, this is how you get value out of a watch that you have bought. So far, how do I feel about wearing this Panerai after a week? It feels okay. It's actually lighter than my previous watch. So in general, I'm very pleased with the watch at the moment. It seems to be a very sturdy, durable watch. So one thing I feel about this watch that could have been better is the crown. So I do feel that the crown of this watch is slightly on the pricky side. So as you can see, the crown has been resting on this part of my wrist for some time. So after a while, you will see that it has turned red due to abrasion. Nonetheless, I think so far it's bearable. I hope that this video has given you some insight into the way an ENTJ makes decisions and choices. In fact, after I have decided on the Panerai, I made the purchase 1 week later. I was actually very impatient to get a watch. Okay, at Channel NITT, we produce a lot of MBTI related videos such as this one. If you have enjoyed this content and have not subscribed, do consider subscribing so that we can bring you more ENTJ, MBTI and fun stuff. Okay, I'm going to sign off now and I'll see you in our next episode. Bye bye.